Donald Trump himself spent years, him and his allies, promised their base, we are going to deliver the Epstein client list.
He gives a poop.
You don't give a poop, okay?
The
Other
polling
people do,
indicates-
including people like me who want justice, and I want to know how many of those people are in our government.
The average person at the kitchen table is not worrying about Epstein.
Okay, we have an Abby Phillips panel to jump into with Kevin O'Leary, Anna Kasparian, and more, so leave us a like on the video if you can. It's sure to get pretty spicy and it helps us out a ton in the algorithm, and let's just hop right into the content.
Look at the American economy right now. A lot of people had a lot of mistrust on the tariff issue. Economy's on fire. Indexes all-time highs. Every country on earth wants to cut a deal with America. The average person at the kitchen table is not worrying about Epstein. Don't give a damn. They want to provide for their family, and they are. America's working.
So
this is the American.
So hold on. Let me just say,
working.
Jerome Powell just announced that he's going to hold off on cutting interest rates again
Who
because
cares?
of the tariffs, and we've already started to see the
have a lot-
inflationary pressures.
we have a lot
associated with
more
those
on the
tariffs.
economy.
Let's just put this in perspective quickly. A rich elite is telling us that the rich elite PDF files and Trump covering for them is no big deal because MAGA will make you rich. Like, let that sink in. But to continue, it's also just a straight up load of BS. Prices have increased in retail. We've seen this for months. Interest rate cuts are now on hold because of the tariff. Auto prices are expected to shoot up in the second half of the year as the pre-tariff inventory is running off. Inflation is going up. We've seen Trump's first quarter result in negative economic growth, and this is all a changing trajectory from where these were all positive when Biden left office, and it literally went from 90 trade deals in 90 days to Trump begging countries to work with us and signing a bad deal with the UK that raised our tariffs. And this is, again, all before the rich guy tax cuts that loses the average American household income while also kicking millions off healthcare and food stamps even kicks in.
It's kind of like a niche interest here, this Epstein thing, but the niche is Trump's base, people in Trump's base. But secondly, on the broader picture of what is happening in the country and how do Americans feel about it, CBS YouGov poll asked, how do you think things are going here in this country? 61% said very or somewhat badly. That's not exactly a great indictment of the Trump economy. And then on top of that, to what I was saying earlier, on the Epstein files, this is what Republicans want. 83% want the files released. So I think both of those things is part of why Trump is having a hard time right now.
I hope they release them.
They're
He'll still be dead.
Yeah. He will still be dead.
He's going to be dead for a long time.
But Trump lives and dies on his base.
Yeah.
And the base right now is, they're unsteady.
I do agree here. Issues like this are niche. They're things that really only exist online, akin to like Republicans' attacks on DEI and things like that. Though this is obviously, I think, a more widespread concern because it's a bit more bipartisan. I didn't have any ideas about the Epstein ins and outs before this becoming a national story. And to be fair, I'm now even only aware of like what I need to be to cover it. I don't really do conspiracy. These kinds of things just don't really interest me. But the niche that cares the most is his base, right? Which electorally can spell doom for Republicans in the midterm as the economic field is terrible. Inflation is up, job numbers bad, and polling on it is going through the floor. Same with immigration, as America is largely rejecting Trump's vision. So the party's best bet going into this midterm was MAGA loyalty carrying them through, and then low turnout, obviously. But if now even the cult base is fractured, Democrats almost definitely take back the House in 2026, which was already the stronger case we had, and crucial as real oversight is obviously needed and then can be done, but maybe even have a real go at the Senate, which was always going to be the bigger uphill battle.
Donald Trump himself spent years, him and his allies, promised their base, we are going to deliver the Epstein client list that's going to take down all of your Democratic enemies.
Bring it.
Yeah, well, yes, bring it.
gives a
Donald,
poop.
please. Donald,
Nobody
bring
gives
it.
a poop.
You don't give a poop, okay?
The
Other
polling
people do,
indicates-
including people like me
speak
who
on
want
behalf of the
justice,
majority of
and I
Americans.
want to know how many of those people are in our
Nobody
government.
gives
I don't know about
poop
that. The poll
about
seems
this.
to show
Yeah,
something.
the poll
A
says-
lot of
substantially different than
Republicans
that.
do. I mean, look, on the MLK files, I mean, it's interesting because the family did not want this released in this way. And Bernice King, Dr. King's daughter, posted this on X not just a little while ago. Now do the Epstein files, as she says, with a photo of her father, because, you know, Trump's argument on the Epstein files is that, oh, you know, people might get hurt by what's in this. He didn't seem to be that concerned about that when it came to the MLK files.
No,
Yeah, guys, I wonder why. I wonder why in the wake of this huge controversy, he would choose now to throw the bone out of trying to diminish the legacy of a black man. Is literally anyone surprised? Like, why did the JFK and the MLK files get released, but the Epstein ones can't be? That's the questions people should be asking. And the issue here is twofold. One, plenty of people do care about this, and it's for different reasons, right? Trump's base cares for like the conspiracy brain rot reasons, which are dangerous, but it's useful that this is getting turned on MAGA, right? But the left cares for justice reasons, for the victims. And on the other side, like, even if nobody cares, it still reveals a damning position for Trump. He either lied about the existence of these files and Democrats being incriminated by them for political gain, or he's lying about the lack of its existence now to cover up his own incrimination. These are the only two logical, plausible options. Either way should be totally disqualifying, and it should be the focus outside, of course, of the rightful justice of the victims, right? And what they deserve, and also like finding out who these people are to get them out of our government. The thing is we all know how it'll go in terms of politically, right? Trump will be on the list. There will inevitably be Democrats on there, or people like maybe like Democrat donors, or people who ostensibly lean left or whatever. And so MAGA will still support Trump, and until the end of time go, but Democrats on the list too, as if that makes it okay, because all they care about is both siding everything until the end of time, right? And even though the left would disown whoever was on the list, and MAGA would still support Trump.